Hey everybody, Glenn here, and I've got a special video for you today, kind of an extra video on Super Bowl Sunday. And the reason I'm doing this extra video is because our good friend Stephen Higgins, fellow YouTuber, longtime subscriber, decided to tag me in a video that he made, and the subject of the video was top 10 subscription box items. Ugh. Well, thanks Stephen for all the homework. It was a big project, and it took me all day today, being Saturday, and so by extension I wanted to thank Ian, our own British geeky guy, for coming up with this cockamamie idea. We're talking about 2 years worth or so of subscription boxes, so it was quite the undertaking. Hundreds and hundreds of items I've gotten in these subscription boxes, and I'm supposed to come up with a top 10. But you know what? I don't want to let Stephen and Ian down, so I took it upon myself to get her done. So in order to get this project done, which was quite a bit of a project for me, I had to kind of put some limits on myself, make it easier for me. But it turns out in a lot of ways it made it harder. So the first rule I had to live by is, number one, a lot of the items that I've gotten in these subscription boxes, I would say over 50%, I've given away, either at Christmas, in stockings, given to people at work, given to random friends of mine. And a lot of great items too that I couldn't include in this top 10 because I feel like I need to just be looking at items that I have in my possession, not that I once had. So there's that. So that brought down the items to a little bit more manageable number. Number two, I decided to only allow myself one Funko item. That means only one pop, or no minis, no Dorbs, no Mopies, nothing from the Collector Core, nothing from Smuggler's Bounty. One Funko item. And I had to decide on that one Funko item. So because if I opened it up to Funko, 7 out of the 10, honestly, on my top 10 that I've gotten in subscription boxes would be from Funko. So then that wouldn't be any fun, right? So I decided only one Funko, and the last one was only one shirt. You know, I could do shirts as a group. You know, my number 5 item is shirts, I've gotten a lot of awesome shirts, but I decided that it was a little more of a challenge and meant a little more if I broke it down to one shirt that I liked the most. So that was tough, but I managed to do that. So let's get right into it and get into my top 10 items. Number 10 is from Geek Fuel, and this is from Geek Fuel back in May of 2015. This is the Geek Fuel Slap Kuzy. You've heard of slap bands. Well, this is a koozie for your can. Just wraps around just like that. I thought this was a very cool item, unique, very unusual, something I hadn't seen before. So it's definitely one that I still use. That was the other thing about these items is, are they still things that they didn't just end up in a drawer, right? They just didn't end up never looked at again. There's items that I still use, items that I still look at, and this is definitely one of those. So a little item, nothing item, but it was unique and so unusual that it made my top 10. So that's my top 10, or that's my number 10 item. Number 9, believe it or not, is a plush. Number 9 is my BB8 Plush figure, and this is from the Nerd Block from September of last year. And my favorite thing about this plush is that it stands on its own. It's not something you throw around with the dog. You know, it's actually, for a plush, it's almost a collectible. It sits on my collectible shelf. It looks great. The detail's awesome for a plush. And they just did a really good job with it. So that's my number 9 item. Number 8. Now this is the first item I'm bringing out that I got in a couple of different boxes, but it's pretty much the same thing. And they are the Scalars. This one is Groot. And basically what these are is these attach to your headphone cord or your, what I have them on my drapes on the pull cord for my blinds. This one is Spider-Man. This was actually a Comic-Con exclusive. I forget which one I got this one in, but this one was in Power Up Box. The Groot was in Power Up Box last June. And I just, again, it's the items I like the most are the ones that are unusual and the ones that you don't see everywhere. So these are fun. They're a great idea. I don't know who came up with this idea, but they did a great job. Just another way to kind of collect something. And it ready-made display if you want to put them on your blinds or on your headphones. So the Scalars are cool. That is my number 8 item. Number 7 comes from big old box of stuff. This is also from a couple of different ones. They're actually from December and January, and those are the DC Bombshells comics that I got in big old box of stuff. And for those that know me, you know I love the DC Bombshells. And they're comic characters, so what better way to feature that art than on the comics themselves. So these just were great items. I actually got them 2 months in a row. So the guys over at, the family over at Bobos really knows what I like, because I've mentioned this on their Facebook page before. But I just dig the artwork here, and the comics definitely are a worthy number 7, because I just enjoy looking at these so much. So number 7, the DC Bombshells comics. Number 6 is from Loot Crate way back in June. A lot of summer box items I've noticed in this top 10. Last summer was a really good time for boxes, for me at least. And this is the Terminator Skull figure. And it's basically what it is a desk topper. It just sits on a desk or on a shelf. And I really like this. At the time, it got a little bit of criticism because it was a plastic figure. It wasn't die cast or anything. But for as large as it is, if you looking at it on camera or looking at it, not feeling it, you wouldn't know it's plastic. It just has a great level of detail. The eyes look like they're almost glowing. And it's so menacing, and I still have this right in front of me when I'm on the computer because it's one of my favorite things to display. It's simple, but very complex, very menacing. One of the few scary things that I really care for. But it just has a great look to it. And I love this Terminator Skull, one of my favorite items. And I'm sitting at number 6. All right, number 5 is actually from Collectible Geek. That one of their Ultimate Fandom boxes, which was one of their $60 boxes, and this is back in June of last year, again. And this is the Ultimate Fandom, and it is the Joker figure from the DC animated series, the Batman the animated series. Number 1, I dig this series so much. I love the Batman animated series. Great stories, great animation. The voiceovers are amazing. And this figure is great. Look at all the accessories. I mean, he's got like 4 or 5 different accessories. There's even some inside the package as well. This figure is so great. It comes with so much, and it's just a great looking figure. If you look at it close up, it portrays the animated series Joker so perfectly. And this is a $20 figure. It just looks great. And I thought about giving it away or whatever a couple of different times, but I just can't bear to do it because I just love this figure so much. And one of the few figures that I don't want to take out of the box because I don't want him to get messed up. I just think he's a great looking figure. So I really like this one, and that is our number 5. Number 4 is that shirt I was talking about. One shirt, right? My favorite shirt that I've gotten in a sub box comes from the now defunct, unfortunately, kind of a bummer, Hero Crate. And this is the Hero Crate also from June of last year. And it is the Flash. I actually wore this in a video just a couple of days ago. But this is for sure my favorite shirt. I love the design here with the Flash. I like the Flash anyway. But this does a great job of portraying both the comic book Flash, also the TV series Flash. It just looks great. I get compliments on it all the time. Last time I wore this shirt, 3 different people who have seen me in this shirt before were like, hey, that's a great shirt. I just love it. It looks great, has a great design. We've gotten a lot of awesome shirts in boxes. But honestly, this wasn't a hard decision for me because I like this shirt so much. So the Flash shirt, definitely my favorite. All right, getting to the nitty gritty. Number 3. Number 3 item, also from Big Old Box of Stuff, and this was just such a shocker when I got it. It is the NECA Alien figure. This is the Alien dog figure this is actually from the Alien 3 video game. You can see that the figure's got multiple colors. This is one of those figures that I took it out of the box immediately because it looks so awesome outside the box compared to inside. The great thing about this figure is it's so articulated. The head moves, the torso is posable, the arms, the legs, the tail. You can go all sorts of different directions with this. You can bend him down and make him be on all fours. You can just do so much with this figure as far as displaying and posing. He just looks great. And you know what? As menacing as that and scary as that Terminator head is, this one's even more so. It just has a great look to it. I love this figure so much. Another figure that, at first I thought about, hey, maybe this would be good in a giveaway or good to as a trade or something, and I just couldn't bear to do it because I loved it so much. So that is the number 3 item, the Alien 3 figure. And number 2, also from Big Old Box of Stuff, they're hitting a little bit of a run here, are the Batmobile Automobilias series that I've gotten in Big Old Box of Stuff. Now this is a series of vehicles. It actually comes from a subscription from Eagle Moss. They put these out every 2 weeks with a magazine describing the car, how it came to be, the comics that it's in or the TV show that it's in, etc. Goes into a lot of detail. And again, it's made by Eagle Moss, which are the same people that make the Star Trek ships that I subscribe to or did for a long time. So I got these in 2 separate Big Old Box of Stuff. Just like the DC Bombshells comics, they saw me rave over the first one, which is the bottom one, and they sent me out another one the next month. So they really know their stuff over at Bobo's. And honestly, if I stop Bobo's or these stop coming, I'm going to go straight to Entertainment Earth and start buying them. They're about $20 a piece, but they're so cool. I love the cases they come in and the die-cast detail. This is my next collection. I just love it so much. So that is the number 2 item. Now, number 1. Remember I said 1 Funko item, so of course the Funko item ends up at the top, but it's at the top for good reason. My number 1 item comes from Comic-Con box number 7, and it's also my first and only so far bonus item that I've gotten in a Comic-Con box, and it is the Joker pop figure. This is the custom Joker made by artist Evilos, and this is what they call the orange jacketed version. It comes with a certificate of authenticity, and you can see that signed by the artist, and it's number 4 of 5. So only 5 of these were made, and it's such a cool figure. It's metallic with the orange jacket and metallic hair. He just did a great job with this, and it's very prized to me. I love this figure so much, especially since there are only 5 of them. You just cannot get this. You cannot buy it. And I have one of the 5. So this is my number 1 item by far, and the one that's definitely most prized out of a subscription box. Well, that's about it for my top 10. Hope you enjoyed. I complained about it in the beginning, half jokingly, but in all honesty, this was a fun video to do. I really enjoyed going back and seeing what my favorite items are that I still have. And what it showed me is that the last 9 months, the last year or so of subscription boxes, the boxes have gotten so much better. at delivering items that are quality and that we really cherish and like a lot. So much better than that first year of boxes that I was getting. Just the fact that all of my top 10 are within the last year really tells you the strides that these boxes are making with taking care of their customers. Okay, now it's time for me to wrap it up, but I need to tag 3 people as well. I hope you guys that I tag do this video as well. If I had to do it, you have to do it. Let's put it that way. I want to tag Dave over at Everyday Geek. He does such a great job with his unboxings. I know this is going to be a piece of cake for him. And I'm putting all these links to their channels down at the bottom too. So Dave over at Everyday Geek. Abe Medina has been putting out just a string of videos. He's going fast and furious with the YouTube. He has really taken off with it. And, you know, he has gotten a lot of boxes, especially within the past 6 months. So I know he's going to have an easy time coming up with the top 10. And also Geek Down Under, our friend from Australia. I want to tag him as well. He does a great job with his box reviews and unboxings. I watch them every time they come out because he's just really entertaining to watch and he's really good in front of the camera. So, you 3... get those top 10s done and posted and tag 3 people yourselves, and we'll see how far we can take this. So hopefully you guys haven't been tagged yet. This is the first time I'm doing this tagging stuff, so I had to do a little bit of trail following to make sure you guys weren't tagged already. That's about it. Not too much to say. You know, hope you enjoyed watching. Hit us up for the next video. We've got some fun videos coming up this week. And I really enjoyed this top 10. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.